Andrea Smith is a 40-year-old woman diagnosed with chronic migraines. She's a divorced mother of two boys, Michael, age 12, and Anthony, age 6, and shares co-parenting responsibilities with her ex-husband, John, who takes the boys on weekends. Andrea works full-time as an architect, which requires long hours using computer screens, attending work sites, and communicating with contractors. Andrea first began experiencing migraines during adolescence, which impacted her schooling. Over time, the frequency of migraines has increased, and she was later diagnosed with chronic migraines by her GP. Andrea currently experiences migraines approximately 3 to 4 times per week. These migraines often occur during work hours, affecting her concentration, productivity, and work performance. Migraines also frequently occur in the evenings while preparing her children for bed, which impacts her ability to be emotionally present with her sons. Andrea often feels guilty and worries that she is a bad mother when she cannot manage bedtime routines. Her eldest son, Michael, will often assist his younger brother, Anthony, during these times. Andrea reports that she copes better with migraines on weekends when the children are with their father. She spends this time relaxing by the pool and feels less like a burden on others when migraines occur while she is alone. When experiencing migraines, Andrea typically needs to lie down in a dark, quiet, low sensory environment and uses hot and cold compresses on her head and neck. She currently takes 500 milligrams of paracetamol daily as a preventative measure, although she reports this does not adequately manage migraine pain once migraines occur. Andrea has sought psychological support because she would like to reduce the frequency and intensity of her migraine. Her GP referred her to a psychologist, although Andrea was initially hesitant about psychological intervention. This role play takes place during Andrea's second therapy session. During the previous session, the psychologist introduced the idea of engaging in aerobic exercise to reduce migraine burden. Andrea is currently ambivalent about increasing exercise and appears to be in the contemplative stage of change. Okay. Hi, Andrea. How have you been?
About the same, really. I had two migraines already this week. One when the boys were getting ready for school. So yeah, about the same.
Okay. Things are pretty consistent with you at the moment. You said your migraines are occurring quite frequently.
Yeah, a few times a week. And they just, they get in the way of so much. Work, uh, time with the boys, especially at night when the boys are going to bed. So much so that, Michael has to put Anthony to bed by himself really often.
Mm.
Yeah, so that sucks.
It sounds like the migraines are still having a huge impact on your life, and especially when it comes down to that bedtime routine with your sons.
Yeah, yeah, all the time, like at any time, but yeah, often then. And really, it's just yeah, limiting both work and being the parent that I want to be.
Mm. So it's impacting not only your home life, but also your work as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that sounds really, really challenging.
yeah. It's
Last,
tiring.
yeah, last session we touched on using aerobic exercises, maybe something that can support you with your migraines. I'm wondering if you've been thinking about that at all since our last session.
Yeah, yeah, I have. Yeah, kind of. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm not sure how helpful it'll be, and like whether I can really do it.
Okay, so it sounds like you have some questions or concerns about whether it will actually be helpful for you, and also around whether you'll be able to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, exercise seems to be kind of it's meant to help everything a little bit, but yeah, I'm just not sure. Yeah, if it's going to make any difference.
Hmm. And that's understandable to have some questions around whether something is going to be helpful or not.
Mm.
I'm wondering, what do you already know about the relationship between exercise and migraines?
Yeah, not much more than it might help.
Yeah, okay. Would you mind if I shared a little bit of information with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. There have been some studies that show that moderate, frequent exercise, aerobic exercise in particular, has been really helpful in reducing migraine severity and intensity with some people. It could be things like swimming or walking, jogging, playing some sport. And of course, it's not a cure for migraines, but it has been shown to help a lot of different people with it. So I'm wondering, what are your thoughts on hearing that?
Yeah, okay. Like that, like, I mean, it'd be nice if it helped.
Yeah, okay. Sounds like you're open to the possibility that maybe it will help.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it would be hard to do, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, any help would be nice.
Mm. So there are still the challenges that exercise poses that might be preventing you from wanting to take that step.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm honest, it's hard to think to believe it's realistic to be able to actually do exercise regularly. Like I'm
Mm.
struggling as it is. I need to, the last thing I want to do when I get home is jump on a treadmill for an hour.
Yeah, you've got a lot on your plate and you're dealing with this chronic pain and you're taking care of your boys and
Yeah.
adding something else seems like it's a little bit counterintuitive.
Yeah, and also like I need energy to do it and motivation to start it. And the reality is that I'd probably be good for a week and then I mean it's just not gonna stay if I'm trying to smash the treadmill an hour, 5 times a
Mm.
week or something.
You're concerned about how you'll be able to sustain that energy and motivation to be able to smash the treadmill every day or every
Yeah,
work day.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm wondering, even though there are some um, potential barriers that you see to doing exercise, um, can you think of ways that things might improve if you were to reduce the intensity and severity of your migraines?
Um, yeah, I mean it'd be huge. I mean making them shorter, making them less painful, maybe even there are some migraines where I can do something while they're there. Even if it is just kind of being in the room with my kids.
Yeah.
And recovering from them would be much easier. Um, and it would, I mean, yeah, if it let me spend time with my boys I, you know, when I can, yeah, that'd be massive.
Mm. You've touched on a lot of different positive changes that might happen if you could have these migraines reduce in their severity and intensity. Sounds a lot like that family time is really valuable to you, and even just being present with your sons would make a really big impact.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't like the fact that it feels like Michael has to be a parent at times, at the age of 12, just because I'm out of action,
Mm,
and I think it'd be good for him if I if my migraines weren't as bad.
mm. If your migraines weren't as bad, you'd be able to, as you said, be a little bit more productive, be more present, and be that mother that you want to be during those nighttime routines so that Michael doesn't have to take care of his younger brother.
Yeah,
Yeah. And even though that there's a lot of reasons that you would want to improve your migraines, still sounds like there are those barriers that are getting in the way as well. The concerns that you have around engaging in aerobic exercise are really valid as well. um, concerns about time and energy that would be
Mm.
required.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, yeah. It doesn't feel like a um realistic thing in my life currently.
Mm. Because you've got so much on, and
Yeah.
exercise would just be adding more to your plate.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, do you mind if I summarize a little bit of what we've said?
Yeah.
So it sounds like you are very busy and you're really struggling with these migraines. They impact your work and they also really impact your family life. You want to be more present and you want to be more productive. You particularly don't want Michael to be helping in the nighttime routine. You want to have that role for yourself. Um, you do have a lot of concerns about the energy and motivation that's going to be required to maybe engage in some sort of aerobic exercise. Um, but you're still here, you're talking to me, and you're still thinking about it. So there's a part of you that does want to make those changes.
Yeah.
Have I got that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you feeling now that we've talked a little bit more about this?
There's, I mean, a bit more hopeful, seeing, thinking about potential improvement is very hopeful. Um, I'm just not sure how to make it happen.
Yeah, and that's really reasonable. I think we're just at the start here, you and me, and it's a good place to reflect and look at where we want to go. And
Mm.
um, that's something that we can talk about at the next session.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Andrea.